Shalom, first and foremost, I like to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostle elders, a great millstone who rule well. And salutations to all you brothers out there pushing this word in love, truth, sincerity, and humility. Once again, it's the brother Shatia from the Chicago camp coming back to you with what I hope is another quick and edifying sit down. And I was trying to find this, but I'm finding this a couple of days ago, but got sidetracked and wanted to get this out. It said biblical Mormon cricket swarms descend on West Front, Montana to Nevada. Okay. Now that's I want to say that's spanning at the bare minimum 2 states. Okay. That's a lot of area to cover. It says Arlington, Oregon, driving down a Windy Canyon Road in northern Oregon rangeland. Jordan Malley and April Amat are on the lookout for Mormon crickets, giant insects that can ravage crops. There's one right there, Amat says. They're not hard to spot. The insects, which can grow larger than 2 inches, blot the asphalt. Mormon crickets are not new to Oregon, native to western North America. Their name dates back to the 1800s when they ruined the fields of Mormon settlers in Utah, but amidst drought and warming temperatures, conditions favored by the insects, outbreaks across the West have worsened. The Oregon legislature last year allocated $5 million to assess the problem and set up a Mormon cricket and grasshopper suppression program. As an additional $1.2 million for the program was approved earlier this month. It's part of a larger effort by the state and federal authorities in the United States West to deal with an explosion of grasshoppers and Mormon crickets that has hit from Montana to Nevada. But some environmental groups oppose the programs, which rely on the aerial spraying of pesticides across large swaths of land. Okay? Let me see. Let's see. Is there anything worth really reading after this? Oh, it was horrible, Fillmore said. Grasshoppers just totally wiped out some of our fields. She was forced to spend $45,000 on hay she normally wouldn't have to buy. It says, yeah, that's pretty much it. This is a long article that I'm not really going to read all of, but you pretty much get the gist of it. Okay. And it just goes to show you that the Lord is jacking this place up big time. Big time. When you go to Second Ezra 16 and it might be in 15. It's 15. It might be in 13. Let me do plagues before. It was in 15. Okay. Second Ezra 15 and 11. It says, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. It says, Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague of punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it. Actually, this is a good one too. It says, they that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fail through the blasting and hail, and with a fearful constellation. Now, ultimately, that's talking about the nuclear missiles, okay? But before that, how was this the ground people that till the ground? How are they mourning? These farmers, these people who plant these crops with these locusts. We just read in that article, okay, that woman has to pay out $45,000 for hay because there's just so many of these Mormon crickets or grasshoppers. Hey, you can't tell me that these scriptures aren't the truth. The Lord is truly smiting Egypt with plagues as he did before, because when you go into Exodus, it's the 7th chapter. No, it's swarm of flies. I think it was at Exodus 6. No. All right. Let me just. I just had to keep going. Exodus 10 and 4. It says, else if thou refuse to let my people go, behold, tomorrow will I bring the locust into thy coast. It says, and they shall cover the face of the earth. Like that woman said, there's so many locusts that they're covering the ground. Okay. It says that one cannot be able to see the earth. She said they can't see the ground. And they shall eat the residue of that which is escaped. Right. They're going to eat the residue of what the people that tilled, they're going to eat the residue of what the people who till the earth plant. Okay. Hay, corn, beans, tomatoes, greens, lettuce, all the locusts are just going to eat. Okay. And it shall eat the residue of that which is escaped, which remaineth unto you from the hail, and shall eat every tree which groweth for you out of the field. These farmers are getting jacked up by these locusts. And see, this is also helping to further worsen the food the food crisis here, because we all know that in the past 2 years a lot of these processing plants have just so happened to fall into certain accidents, so we'll say, and now they're no longer in service. Neither does it seem like they're going to be getting built back anytime soon. So with the mass fires at these food processing and plant places, along with these biblical swarm of Mormon crickets and locusts and grasshoppers, hey man, it's going to be a dire case for food out here. Okay? And it says, verse 6, and they shall fill thy houses and the houses of all thy servants and the houses of all the Egyptians, which neither thy fathers nor thy fathers' fathers have seen since the day that they were upon the earth unto this day. And he turned himself and went out from Pharaoh. Because people are always baffled, like, where the hell did all these crickets come from? Like any other time throughout the year, you don't see they claim you don't see that this many crickets, but then all of a sudden you just get this huge biblical swarm that's covering damn near 3 or 4 states. They're like, well, how does this come to pass? And quite simply, it's the Lord. Okay? Could there be locusts that are just waiting and hibernating, waiting to come out to do the Lord's bidding? Sure, there could be. But you got to remember, man, we're dealing with an all-powerful power. Okay? If it's his will just to simply just create locusts out of thin air to do his bidding, the Lord can do that as well. Now, I've done maybe a few videos on this locust plague that I said that's going to get drastically worse in the upcoming years, especially as they said with this drastic heat. Okay, this is about to be a huge issue, because if farmers are having a hard time with their harvest due to inflation, what do you think is going to happen when you have more of these locust attacks? How are they going to possibly be able to recover or pay for the cost of more supplies to make up for what they've lost? It's about to get real serious out here. So that's all I wanted to say on that. I hope you all were edified. Till the next time, we're going to say shalom.